Hey guys, Zach here with Mountain Dog Companion, and I'm hanging out with one of our Bernese Mountain Dog litters. I have Angie here with us, and we're going to kind of do a little update on these puppies. This is Maggie and Jedi's litter. There's 9 total puppies, and there's 4 males and 5 females. So super excited about this litter. We have Maggie, little bark there from one of the puppies there, but yeah, we're very excited about this litter. We have Maggie. She is a offspring of Icon, so very nice size and structure to her. And then we have Jedi, of course, one of our top sires. So these pups are doing absolutely awesome. They're right over 3 weeks old. So we just want to do an update video. Angie's going to kind of talk about the schooling that they're going through right now. And yeah, I mean, there is availability on this litter, so if anyone's interested, I mean, great litter to be on, great combination of parents. And yeah, these guys are looking absolutely awesome. We'll get some weights for you guys too, but kind of just showing you some. Angie's got one there in front of her, so very nice looking pups here. And yeah, we'll do some weights and everything, but Angie, if you want to kind of start talking about where they're at, a little over 3 weeks old, and kind of what they're going through.
I'd love to. So these little ones just came out of their 3-week stage, which was the exposure stage. That's where they're starting to get their little legs. So you can see they're standing upright, and they got sound exposure and soft toys. So they had these little toys in their curriculum space. Now we're migrating to the engagement stage where they have mobility items. So these little turtles will be in their space so they can kind of like obstacles. So we're working a little bit with mobility and the brain development. So a little bit of problem solving, but then also a little bit of height. So there's a little bit of variance in here. At this stage, our biggest focus is like 1 new experience or toy per day. So it's really about the novelty of the item. It's not about how many things they can be exposed to, it's just about getting exposed to something. At week 4, all of the toys are non-mobile. So they just kind of lay here. So we're just working with them, getting them out in a larger space. So expansion of space is big. You hear the vocalness. You see a little bit of exploration. You see some sleeping. You see some wanting to be cuddled. They're starting their human interaction at this point. And so we are 1 week into the handling that we do, our puppy massages, and they'll start to look for that. Like you can see them coming and asking for that. So in this stage 2, they're starting to become a little bit more independent. The weaning process is gonna start real soon here in the next week or so. I like to always talk about, we think of it in weeks. 3 week, 4 week, 5 week, 6 week, right? Like go home's 8 weeks. But really those 7-day windows are huge in development. So we take them from neonates, when they're born, eyes and ears don't open till about 2 weeks. So I have 6 weeks to work with them. And at 8 weeks, their brain waves are much like an adult. Now they don't have the experiences and the structure, but the brain is developed to the point the brain waves are flowing like an adult. So you think that happens in 6 weeks' time. So I always tell my families, I tell my breeders that I partner with, you know what, they're huge milestones, huge milestones. From 7-day window is a big advance in learning. And we need to make sure, as a group, our puppies go to school together, right? So we're moving them through the process together. So basics, and then each stage is introduced to all of them. And we always have early bloomers and late bloomers. So the little ones that are, this little one could have eaten, you know, the last one to eat. Belly's full, could have been the first one to eat. But you'll always have an early and a late bloomer. We want to give them all opportunity to explore and to learn. It's about the experience. It's not about how much they get exposed to, it's about the experience. And the other key that I always like to highlight is that puppies should always have a choice. So we want to expose them to something, but they should have a choice, either to engage or to just sleep. That's their choice. But we'll wake these little ones up that are sleeping and just make sure that they're moving around. Probably tomorrow, this one will be the leader. Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And that kind of goes into, you know, every puppy kind of develops at their own pace.
They do.
So at least, you know, we're giving them that opportunity and helping them through that growth stage, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Guided. So the whole point of our program is about molding and shaping puppies, but truly guiding them through the curriculum. So if, say a litter is showing a little bit more signs of fear in some way of one of the objects, we just remove the object, right? We put something else in place that works for them. So every litter is a little different. It's not a repetitive cycle. We have a little bit of ebb and flows, but it's about the novelty and the new experience per day. So even like, example, moving from the toddler stall to the whelping or to the curriculum space is a new experience. That's one. Now I'm going to also add a toy or so in there, but it's not like they have to have an entire area of toys filled up. It's just the experience.
Awesome.
And really, they're new, a new 4-week. I think they could just be 4 weeks today, starting their 4th week today. Is that about right?
A little over 3 weeks.
A little over 3. Okay, so 4 is coming. This is where they'll migrate into. So this point now, like by next week, and you've seen it happen. By next week, they're going to be running across these things. 4 to 5 is a huge, huge difference. I don't know if you can capture this, but this mouthing that they start to do. Puppies explore with their mouths. That's how they start the whole socialization. And when they mouth together, that's the first stage of it. So I usually celebrate that, like that interaction, that gentle nibbling.
Yeah.
Yep. And then next they start to carry soft toys. Hey.
Very cool.
One really cool piece too about 4-week-old puppies is that they will be able, 3-week-olds, they just kind of like push these around, kind of nibble on them. 4 weeks, they'll start to actually chew, like put them in their mouth and carry them. Mm-hmm. And then 5 weeks, they start running around and jumping. So that's just a 2-week window. It's huge.
Yeah, and that's kind of, I think you touched on it, but it's interesting how we're putting so much into 8 weeks.
That's right. Really 6, because I mean, we do work 0 to 3 weeks. Oh, come here, baby. We do work 0 to 2 weeks, but the eyes and ears aren't open. So we don't have full senses of the puppy yet. Right. So we really do that in a 6-week window and just mold and shape them. The structure, the whole focus is on setting a foundation where they've been exposed and they have the opportunity to learn, the choice to learn.
Yep,
setting them up for success.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate you sharing that with us. I hope everyone enjoys that, just because, again, you know, we're trying to show you guys the growth that they're going through, and it's super exciting for us to watch that. So we're kind of sharing that with you guys here. But yeah, I mean, maybe we'll get some weights for you guys just for fun here. I kind of picked up one chunky boy here. So again, great litter to be on, of course, going through the education with Angie and the breeders in general, and these puppies, but also just big structure, big size. This guy's kind of a chunky man.
Good coloring.
So, yeah, absolutely.
2.6 pounds. You're going to back yourself off of there? That's a new experience.
There you go.
One thing I should touch on too is within the program, we have 3 stages. So 0 to 3 weeks, we call it the pod stage. That's when the eyes and ears are closed. Then they move into baby bean stage. That's 3 to 6 weeks. That's what they are right now. So I call them little baby beans. And then by 6 weeks and on, so the weeks kind of overlap each other, but 6 weeks and on, we call them little sprouts because they've sprouted and they're ready for adventure. And I like to tell them all the time, they're the smartest little things. So I like to call them little smarties. We talk to them all of the time. Eye engagement is huge. So we want eye contact with them. And we work really hard on that. Our team and breeders works really hard on that.
Yep, absolutely.
Here
we'll
we
get
go.
a couple more weights for you guys just to kind of give you an update here of them.
2.11.
2.11. So they'll probably all be around 2 or 3 pounds.
Yeah, a little bit under 3 pounds.
We'll do one more. Here's a female.
Real small one. She's a smaller. I got one on my lap. Found a 2.14.
2.14.
Yes.
So
you found the warm spot, huh?
So definitely growing, definitely getting big. We just want to do a couple weights for you guys. But yeah, I mean, this is Maggie and Jedi's litter. Again, super excited about this litter. Angie, appreciate you sharing what they're going through right now. And yeah, I mean, these guys are doing absolutely awesome. Again, getting introduced to the toys for multiple different reasons that Angie kind of explained. But appreciate you guys tuning in today, and we'll see you next time.